Super Mario Odyssey is a pretty awesome game, but then again, you probably already knew that. Can I still talk about why I like it? Maybe? Hey everybody, what's going on? Juan here to give my thoughts about Super Mario Odyssey for the Nintendo Switch. It's no secret that this game delivered on almost every single aspect. You know, the hype was real, yet the result was probably even better than most people expected. You know, the Nintendo Switch is a brand new console, and with games like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, the large array of games that are being sent through the eShop, and now Super Mario Odyssey, and you still have more titles coming down the pipeline, it is a great console, especially due to the fact that it's also portable. It's worth pointing out that I've really been absent for most 3D Mario games. Like, I never played any of the Super Mario Galaxy games because the Wii really wasn't the console for me. Like, I owned it for a little while, never really went back to it. So, if anything, Odyssey is persuading me to play the games that I never touched about Mario on the Wii U and the Nintendo Wii. So, the first thing I gotta get to is the whole fact that this game is made portable thanks to the Switch. Super Mario Odyssey actually came out while we still did not have power in Puerto Rico. So, what I did is I turned tethering on my phone. I bought the game on the eShop, which I wanted to get the game physically, but there was no way we could guarantee it. So I bought it on the eShop. My wife then took the Switch to a Wi-Fi hotspot and then was able to download the game. That was all made possible thanks to the Switch. So even though it's not directly tied to Super Mario Odyssey, the fact of the matter is that once we brought that back, we were able to play it and have that great experience, both on the TV thanks to a generator at the time, and if I just wanted to lay back on the couch or somewhere, I could still play it and have the exact same experience. Another great thing about the game are the graphics, and I'm not here to talk about HDR, 1080, 4K. I'm talking about the way that the worlds are actually built. And when I'm talking about graphics, I'm referring to every little detail about it. The animation, the worlds just feel alive. And this is something that Nintendo is magical about. They always do this with their games. Like the way that the animations play out, the way that the worlds are built and they work with each other, and the way that you travel. It feels unlike any other developer or publisher out there. It just feels like you're playing an animated movie. Probably one of the most fun things about the game is that it rewards you for every little thing you do. So throughout the game, you're collecting these power moons, right? And the whole thing is that you got to collect a certain amount before then you can go to the next world and do the exact same thing. And even though the worlds aren't like super huge, there's enough in there that the game actually rewards you for going around every little corner. Like when you're in a New Donk City, you know, you walk by this ledge and boom, you get some extra coins. Oh, you think you're packed and you're ready to go, you have all the moons. No, there are yet more moons that you can unlock. You know, this game really makes use of every little inch in those worlds. It feels like somebody, you know, hand drew these worlds and then it's like, okay, how can we make sure that as a gaming experience, not just that it looks pretty and that it acts pretty, but everything has a purpose to it. You know, some worlds you go to when it's still dark, but then it goes light, something changes. Everything rewards you for what you do. You play with a little cart, boom, you get a moon. You're just walking around here, you talk to this person, boom, you recruited them. They make you feel like a kid again because it feels like every 30 seconds, the game is just thanking you for actually popping it into that Switch and playing it. The next thing I got to bring up may not be directly tied to Odyssey. As I mentioned, I didn't play the Galaxy games, but I love the way that these games blend the old with the new. You know, somebody that played Super Mario 64 and back, I love the combination that you're playing the 3D space, but all of a sudden there's a 2D portion. And the fact that the costume that you have and you're currently wearing actually transitions into that. And those parts aren't particularly difficult, but they trigger that nostalgia factor in you. They bring that throwback. You know, there are some parts where the music is definitely like Super Mario Kart, so they actually don't limit themselves to just the Super Mario games, you know, the main franchise. They branch out as a way to really celebrate what Mario is all about. Mario is about having a good time. It's about being aware of where Mario came from. And they do an exceptional job at, once again, thanking you for playing the games in the past and saying, this is what you love. This is what we're currently meeting you from a gameplay standpoint, but then thanks to the Switch and the 3D and the exceptional worlds that they built, then they take it one step further, and that's the reason why I think you see so many 5 out of 5s, 10 out of 10s, perfect game reviews, because you just feel happy. You feel tingly. It's like you just want to like cuddle up while you play this game because you're just so thankful for it. In terms of the story in Odyssey, there's nothing exactly new. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because at this point we have to understand that's what Mario games are all about. Princess Peach was kidnapped, Bowser wants to marry her, Mario wants to put a stop to it, so he goes to these different worlds to prevent Bowser from having the most kick-ass wedding of all time. And that's pretty much it. But that's exactly what it should be all about. I've always believed that the stories in the Mario games are completely secondary. They are there to establish the characters, who's the friend, who's the foe. The gameplay here is key. It's a matter of taking you to these different worlds, which I talked about the graphical standpoint. Some of those worlds, by the way, aren't masterful. I definitely felt like some of them I wanted to leave sooner rather than others. Oh, and I talked about the costumes earlier. You don't have to get your PayPal account. You don't have to get your credit cards out, because those costumes are purchased with in-game currency that wait for it. You don't have to put real money into. Hear me out. I know this is crazy. This is revolutionary right here. You progress through the game, and then you collect things, which then unlock things as a rewarding mechanism for your experience. I know. I know. This is insane, and more games should follow through. Has somebody at EA played this game? Because they totally should. I mean, the fact that you can get a bunch of costumes, you can have Mario wear a chef costume. He can look like a contractor because all of a sudden you wear a hat. It's like, hey, you know how to build them buildings, right? You got the hat thing. That's what you do. You're a plumber, but you're everything else. Mario is the Barbie of video games. Just think about that. Mario in a miniskirt. It could work. And overall, this game is the perfect showcase item for the Nintendo Switch. I remember when I first bought it, people were telling me, but the Mario game's not out, and who knows if it's even going to be good because it's got this New York element, but this game blends gameplay, the motion control, which is kind of annoying. I mean, I get it, there are workarounds, but I do wish that eventually they updated the game so you could completely remove that, because it does get a little bit annoying. You talk about the portability, the accessibility of the actual console itself, the small digital download. Up until that point, I hadn't put a micro SD card on the Switch, and I'm thinking damn, the game's not gonna fit. It's only 5 gigabytes. Think about that. I mean, Gears of War 4, I know it's a completely different example. It's 120 gigs on PC. Think of how much enjoyment I'm getting out of this game for just 5 gigs. That's pretty damn good. Plus, it has amiibo support, so you can actually put in some characters like Waluigi, and Mario can end up looking like Waluigi, which I don't know why you would do that, but if you want to do that, I'm not gonna judge you for it. And when it comes to the part that matters most, which is the gameplay, it's really easy to pick up, but you can actually master this game. There's a whole concept of, jumping over the hat, which will eventually allow you to reach places that were unreachable, but then you actually see some coins somewhere. So Nintendo was like, I knew you were going to figure that out eventually, so here's a reward for you. If you want to play with a significant other or your child, you can aggravate the hell out of each other by doing the whole 2-player mode. So basically, player 1 plays as Mario, player 2 plays as Cappy, and then you can hate each other, which I didn't even bring up. At first, I was very skeptical about Cappy because I'm in it for Mario games to play as Mario, not to play as other characters. But in 4 minutes, as Nicole and I were watching the game, it's they introduced Cappy. They got the whole concept of how he came to be, about how he partnered with Mario. You care about him, and it's okay. It didn't even take 5 hours worth of cutscenes to explain that. Nintendo, you really got to sit down with other developers and show them this video game thing you do, because you're pretty damn good at it. So overall, I gotta say, Super Mario Odyssey, awesome game. Will it be the only mainstay Mario game for the Switch? I don't know, but because the Switch is portable, and I don't know what's really gonna happen after the 3DS, I truly hope that Nintendo supports this and that we get other games like this. Now, will it be as masterful? I don't know. But you got to give Nintendo credit. They've been able to reinvent Mario, to put him in different consoles, different handheld devices, and almost every time, it's a pretty damn good game. So I would love to know what you think about Super Mario Odyssey. Let me know in the comments, as well as other games that you are looking forward to on the Switch. Let me know, because I want to keep playing the Switch. The Switch is an awesome system. Just getting Zelda, Mario Kart 8, and Mario, that is like a perfect bunch. And you have way more things like Valkyrie Chronicles 4 is going to be coming out on the Switch. The library keeps on stacking up. So thank you for watching this video. Like, subscribe, and share. Stay tuned to everything that I have coming down the pipeline for 2018. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, never forget that this video has concluded, but the epic journey, it definitely continues, especially with maybe Mario in a mini skirt. Thanks for watching, gang. Take care.